We have arrived in Hoi An, Vietnam. And you'll never believe what I did. Let's go and take a look. Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. In my last video, we left you where we'd been to the airport. We had our tour guide help us check in. We got on the plane in Ho Chi Minh City. We took a flight to Da Nang. And after landing in Da Nang, we got on a coach and we headed towards Hoi An. Let's have a look. I just want to start with, it might be night, but it's hot. 29 degrees still. Now we're going to be staying in the Hotel Royal in Hoi An. And if you want to see the hotel tour and what our room looked like, go and have a look at this video. So let's have a look at the photos I took. So in the background there, you can see the coaches. They're all parked up the back and these little sort of carts in the front. Let's have a better look at the carts. That's them there. So we got off the coaches and we all loaded into these carts and then they took us off to our hotel.
I do think it's about 6 minutes 41.8 seconds.
Okay, sounds good to us.
Timing.
We head off on a 6-minute trip and yes, there's motorbikes here too. Not as bad. Now, it was a really enjoyable trip. You got to see the night lights, all the shops are still open, and then this happened. Our little cart broke down.
Do you want us to be on the pavement or stay in the vehicle?
Now, of course, APT is so good. They have a plan B and a plan C, and they're working it out. Okay, so when we landed and we came from Ho Chi Minh City to the hotel, 20-minute trip took us 2 hours. Now we got this little buggy to take us to our hotel and it's broken down. Oh no, that's my hazard. And our 6-minute trip turned into 30 minutes. Oh no, they're talking about us walking to the hotel. The ground's quite flat as you can see here. Oh wait, they found another cart for us. You can see on our itinerary here, we're meant to be at dinner at 7 o'clock. Well, because we've run so late, there's no time for checking in. We are just in a rush to get into the hotel and straight to the dining room. We'll check in later. Let's take a look. Now, we may have been rushed, but I'm so glad that we got to make dinner. We all went to the restaurant in the hotel and the food was amazing. Now, after dinner, we had to get our keys. Ours was 714, and we had to go through the check-in process and make sure that our bags arrived in our room. So just to give a little bit of an explanation about why we were on these small carts instead of going right up to the hotel in the coach. So they have a rule that none of the coaches are allowed to go right up into the centre of the town, which is where all the hotels are. So they park in that area that I showed you, and then you get out, get on these little buggies, and they just ferry you into the hotels. So another thing about them too is if we go somewhere, like when we're going to the tailor tomorrow, we're going to be on those little carts as well. Okay, we've had a very eventful day today. We've checked in now. The luggage ferry has brought our luggage to our room and we're just going to check out what we're doing tomorrow, which is a walking tour and a cooking class. And we're ready for bed now. Okay, I'm up early this morning, 5:30 in the morning, but it's 28 degrees already and it's going to get hot today. So keeping that in mind, we put cool clothes on, we have our sunglasses, our hats, good walking shoes, sunscreen and bug spray. Let's go. We're starting the day with another amazing buffet breakfast. So much to choose from. All your normal breakfast foods, well, normal to us in Australia, and there's even some things that you wouldn't normally eat for breakfast. Now there's hot foods, but if there's something you can't see, ask the staff. Then we finish off with some fruit. Now before we start our walking tour, we've got in these little cars and we're heading over to the tailors to get some clothes tailor-made. So how this works is they're going to take us to the tailors today. Now we'll choose something. You either come with a photograph of what you want or choose something from their books. They will measure us and make it while we're doing our walking tour, and we'll come back for a fitting this afternoon. Now, I took a photo of a dress that I'd like made, and my husband just got 2 business shirts made. Right, it's time to head off on our walking tour. Let's take a look at the map. Now you can see the dark orange there. It says walking streets. And of course we didn't walk all the streets and we didn't see all the things on this map. But let me show you the road. So this is the road and the gutter here is only a small gutter. But as you can see, it's broken and bits have chipped off. So it can be a little bit dangerous. And as you can see here, some of it's perfectly fine and normal step-up gutters. And if you're not on a tour, you might like to take one of these rickshaws. The first thing we noticed is there's a lot of tailor shops. It's nearly every second shop. And there's some really interesting sights to see. And I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of the things we saw. We visited a 19th century Chinese temple. But what I do want to show you is, as you can see here, there is steps again. And once you walk up the steps and you're on that flat area then, you walk through another section, there is more steps and a big step up and over to get into the next section. Now, don't forget when you're walking around to look at some of the gardens. The gardens here in Vietnam are beautiful. Part of our travels, we like to do some sort of cultural experience when we're travelling. And in Vietnam, there was so much to learn about their country. And I loved hearing all about their different beliefs. And to see the different structures and buildings and the age of them is just amazing. Next up, we went into what they call the Old House. It was built in the 17th century and it was amazing to go inside and hear their stories. Now, I'm not going to tell you those stories, that's for you to find out. But I'm sure you can work out what these dates are on the side of the doorway. Now, what I will tell you, though, is there is big steps all through this place and you have to step over like a big step at the doorway. And the family that own the house make a lot of handicrafts, so you will have the opportunity to do some shopping here. Okay, I think we've earned a break. We stop and try their Vietnamese coffee. And it was nice to just sit for a moment before we get up again, and then we make our way down to the Japanese covered bridge. Oh yes, and don't forget to take that selfie in front of the bridge. Now we finish our walk here and the tour guide goes back to the hotel and some people can go with him if they want. Otherwise, you can do some shopping and we're going to make our way and find somewhere to eat lunch. I saw this sign in front of one of the shops and I thought it was so very true. My husband's very patient when I'm shopping. Okay, our tour guide suggested we might like to eat lunch here. So the name of the place is Morning Glory and we took him up on his recommendation. Now we were just looking for something simple because we have a big dinner coming tonight. So we just opted for their spring rolls and their dumplings. And I can recommend this place. The food was delicious. Are you liking it so far? Don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Okay, after a nice lunch, we head on back to the hotel, a quick rest, and then we're going back to the tailors. Let's take a look. So we went to the tailors this morning. We've ordered clothes. We're going back for a fitting now. and then they'll deliver them back to a hotel. So we're back on those little carts again, and the trip is about 5 minutes, but I'm going to speed it up for you. I'm sure you don't want to see 5 minutes of boring road. Wait, no, it's not a spaceship. Now you can see there's motorbikes around. There's motorbikes on the footpath as well, but they're not as bad as what they were in Saigon. And more tailors on the left-hand side there. So as you can see, there's plenty of choices of tailors if you want something made. But here we are, we've arrived at this one. Now, just before I show you around the tailors, I just want to let you know, I did ask about videoing and I said I wouldn't put any of their faces in, but they all wanted to be in. They all wanted to wave and they weren't upset about having their face on the video. So that's why you get to see some of them. So here we are, we're here for our fitting. Okay, this is inside the tailors. All the different things that have been made. And down here they have some ready-made things. And then upstairs is where you get measured. And they make them especially for you. Now my clothes aren't ready just yet, but they're bending over backwards to get it all ready in time before I have to leave. So just showing you here, these are the things that they sell ready-made. They've just told me they're going to give me a behind-the-scenes tour while I wait. Beautiful suits and dresses and pants and shirts. Hubby got 2 shirts made. Look in here. I can't show you too much, that's your journey, but let's have a little look at the silkworms. But let me show you the behind the scenes tour they showed me. The silkworms will make silk. And the cocoons are where? Outside. Let's have a look at the cocoons. This way? Down here. Lots of steps everywhere in Vietnam. Bumpy paths. We're just making our way across to see the cocoons. I'm very lucky to see this. Very gracious here, they let us look at anything, video, anything. Oh look, here's the cocoons.
They make the cocoon from here, and
Beautiful.
from the cocoon here we put in the water to get the silk thread. Right?
Ah, and then the water will separate it. I wondered how that happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Heading back over to where the silkworms were, and we're going to have a look at some silk and then out the back. Beautiful silkworm.
To go through that takes them 1 year,
Wow.
and they do a metre a day.
Gee. Doing the silk. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, look at them all.
This section they make for the man jacket.
Yes. They're making suits and jackets.
You can come inside to see. And this
Yeah.
section, they're making all the dress. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Bọn đây của mình nè ha.
The sewing room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will cut your clothes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You come to see. She will cutting. She have a picture.
Yeah.
I will send the picture to her. She have a picture. She cut directly on the fabric and
Yeah.
your fabric here.
Is there?
Yeah. She
Ah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. They're making.
Beautiful. They okay that I video? They're okay? Yeah. It's just the other side. And this just shows you how many sewing machines there is there. And they all want to say hello.
Oh, okay.
That's they will make
Oh, yeah.
and now
Yeah.
we have a
Cutting table.
Control the quality here.
Yeah,
when
right.
the girl come here, 2 ladies will check everything and stand. When stand it means it's okay. If not, they return for the
Right.
tailor. Yeah.
Very
In the
good.
afternoon when they come to work, you can have a more.
Yeah, I'll know where I'm going. Thank you so much, Kate. So just looking back here, you can see this is where they press everything. Okay, time to get my fitting. So we're off to do our dinner tonight. We've got a cooking class and then we're going to eat the food as our dinner. What I do want to let you know is we did go to the markets prior to cruising out to where we had to go, but I can't show you any footage or any photos on that because I did not like it. All the animals were still alive. I just walked around, I looked the other way and got to the end. So sorry, no videos on that. Okay, another boat. You know how I feel about boats. And I've got to get on this boat. Got to turn off. Phew, I made it on board. Now we're heading out to a place called Red Bridge Cooking School. And I'm not very good at cooking, but they tell me it's really easy. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't have shared that with you in case I fail. I'm not sure what I really think of this little boat either. The further we go along, I start to feel uncomfortable. It's raining and look at the boat. Like, I'm a bit concerned. Have I told you I have anxieties over water and boats? Focus on the landmarks. Focus on the landings on the side. Oh wait, sorry. That's what I'm telling myself. Okay, what I want to share with you is it rained. Wait, where's all that water coming from? But yes, it rained nearly the whole way. The trip was only about 15 minutes, I think, but it felt like a lifetime to me. Now, as you can see here, this fellow is fishing. Okay, I'm back to focusing on the land. And you just never know what you're going to see. Oh, did you see it? And there's some more. They're just on the side of the river. At least it took my mind off what was happening in that little tiny boat. I'm still wondering where all that water was coming from. The water that was coming out of that pipe. Anyway, we're just about to arrive. So I'm going to turn the camera off now because I need to get off this little boat. Oh, I need this drink. No, there's no alcohol in it. Okay, we've arrived. Let's take a look. Here we are, about to do a cooking class. That's not for me, that's a huge hazard. I don't cook, but got to do as they do. Yeah, this is where we're going to do it. All set up for us. So we all take our seats and we have the lady who's going to show us how to do it out the front. And as you can see, there's a mirror above. Now we watch a demonstration and it's easy, they say. Now it's time for us to go and have a go. Okay, this isn't too hard. This is hubby's and then this is mine. But look what happens next.
Oh, good job! Yeah!
You ready?
Higher, thật sự. Wow, very good! Yeah!
Where do I put this back on the heater or?
Yes, big down, big.
Can you get it?
Yes, ready, lady? Higher. Higher. Oh! It's okay, yeah. Try it. Again, lady. You hold the pen like this and higher, like this.
No more.
Like turn it over. I saw you.
Look for my bean sprouts.
Like this, and higher. Yeah, like this and higher. Oh, my.
Oh no, never mind.
Try again. Wait a minute. Sorry, lady.
That doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter.
Ready, lady.
Okay, put it on there.
Well, this is what it looked like before we flipped it. And this is what it looked like after we flipped it. Never mind. Oh, and I did get a selfie to show that I did a cooking class. Now I'm just going to give you a bit of a look at what we cooked. Of course, the lady did re-cook me another pancake, so I didn't go without. And she also carved me my little rose, which is beautiful. But we learned how to do those sorts of things. They showed us how to make the sauces, how to make the decoration on the side, and of course all the cooking of the food. Now, once we'd eaten all this food, we went back up onto like a nice dining area, and they did cook us some food as well, which was lovely. And we finished the class off with a drink, or maybe we had two, but it was a lovely night. Can you believe that happened? Not only was I not very good at it, but I made the person that was helping us so nervous that she dropped it on the floor. Anyway, I did end up getting one, so that was all that mattered. We made our way back to the hotel, and then we went out on a walk to look at all the night lights of Hoi An. Now, the river was just at the back of the hotel, and this area is just a short walk up to the left. Now, all the shops are open and there's lots of people out, but it was so pretty. And of course, we needed a selfie with that Hoi An sign in the background. Now, we didn't just want a photo of this sign. We had seen that people were floating some little boats, and we wanted to buy some boats to float. So here's a bit of a story about my life. So hubby and I, we've been married for 43 years, and we've been together 5 years prior to getting married. So that's a long time to share your life with somebody. And when we saw that they were doing these little boats where you could put your candle in them and then push them out into the water, we went and got one each and pushed them out together. Have a look at this. I come back for this. Make a wish. Okay. Yay, that's Florence.
There you go.
I'm trying to get them to go out. You did that before, yay. Yeah. Oh, kissing. The kissing.
Very good.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. And off they go together. There we go. How beautiful is that? Now, for us, it was a lovely way to finish off the night. We were really happy that we did that. We were happy we saw all those night lights. So if you're there, don't forget, go for a walk in the nighttime. It's lovely. Okay, it's that time again. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you're already subscribed, but if you're not, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out, costs you nothing. And if you need to make a comment, ask me a question down below. Share it with your friends, and don't forget, ring the notification bell just once. And then every time I put a new video out, you'll be notified. Now tomorrow is another exciting day on our adventure. And you'll never believe what I did. I can't believe I'm doing all these things, but I did something that I never ever thought I'd do. But you need to come back and watch the next video. And here is tomorrow's itinerary.